Right, here I am. Yeah. Yeah. Lings Honda. Look at that. Marvellous. Yeah. That's excellent, isn't it? But what am I riding? You know what I'm riding. Yeah, look at this. Same as my mates. Hornet 750. Look at that. Oh. I'll get going. Game Boy dials. Digital rev counter. Into gear. And massive bump here. If you ever come here and test ride a bike, go out the other way. That's what I would say. It's like going cross country. Oh, look at that. Marvellous. Oh, doesn't it sound nice? Yeah, marvellous. Right, let's get going. Mirrors. Just about set up. There we go. Anvil mirrors. This has got, I don't know, just short of 90 brake horsepower, I think. Going too fast, Mr. Hornet. Yeah. Pretty comfy to sit at straight away. Initial thoughts. What's interesting is you've got like side lights in the indicators. That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Tank feels nice and big in front of you. Feel like you've got something substantial there. 750cc, £7,000. Not a shabby price, is it? Same price as a BSA roughly. And they've sold like hotcakes already. Just get my visor down a bit. Oh, listen to that exhaust. How have they got that through regulations? I don't know. Clutch, light as a feather. And you don't have quick shift or anything like that on it, I don't think. As standard. I'm in standard mode, which I think means road mode. Loads of stuff on there. Trip A, consumption 0.4 per gallon. I just think it's probably been stood and revved quite a bit by people. Average consumption is 27.2. I suspect again it's been stood quite a while. Handling very good. Yeah, it's easy to move about, light. I don't know if they all come like this. You'll see this has got like a cowl over the back seat. But we'll see all that when I do the walk round. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to go down here. The weather today is cold and a little bit drizzly. So I'll just give you a wipe just in case. Pretty sure you'll be alright though. I don't know what the running in is. It hasn't done very many miles at all. Engine temperature is 81 degrees. Yeah. What else can I tell you? I've been on for I don't know. I don't know what that means. It says elapsed 53. I don't know what that means. But there you go. I don't think the clock's set up on it either, because that says 3:16, and as you can see by the headlamps, it's a little bit later than that. But anyway, let's get going. Gearbox smooth as anything, and we'll find out what the brakes are like. I haven't had to touch them yet. It's very smooth. There's a few vibrations I can feel in my back on my coccyx, which is actually at the moment just pushing up against the cowl that goes over the back seat. It's quite a nice feeling actually. Gentle vibration. Brakes absolutely fine. You know, this is a Honda. Like Triumph, they tend not to be shabby, don't they? balance is dead easy. So what I'm going to do here is just pop down here. Yeah. Yeah, it just stays on the road. Just goes where you want it to go. And doesn't feel like it's going to let go or anything. Oh, we're in a 40, so we best slow down a bit. Yeah, I mean, Hondas tend to be pretty generic overall, I think, but this has some character. It feels like it's got a little bit of character. It's got a lovely sound to it, and the handling is marvellous. Yeah. These bends probably don't look like anything to you, but they're quite sharp. And we're still in the 40. Marvellous. Looks like they're doing something there, probably building houses. That's what they seem to do in Suffolk, a lot of. Tyres just caught on that patch of roadwork there, and it pulled a little bit, but not too bad at all. Yeah. On my Kawasaki, that would have been all over the place. So we're in 5th, and it's a little bit lumpy at this 40 miles an hour. You've got to be pretty gentle, and I'm just learning, of course. But yeah, very comfy. Bars feel quite narrow, and I don't know if that's because the tank's quite wide. I don't know how many gallons it or holds or anything. No. But we'll get down here. We've got a bit of spitting going on. I'll just give you a wipe. And when we get down here, the problem is, of course, we have traffic in the middle of the road. It goes well, very easy, very smooth, no dramatics, and of course traffic. So for a real world motorbike you don't need no more than this, that's for sure. And at £7,000, it's going to keep selling, isn't it, I reckon. But of course it all comes down to the senses at the end of the day, and we'll do those on the way back after we've had the walk around, which we'll do down here. Because we've got speed bumps down here for the testing the suspension. I've got to say, it's a little bit jarring. It's good for the handling. On the smooth roads it's lovely. Just on here it's a little bit harsh. I could maybe soften it up. I don't know if it's adjustable, but if it's not, I'm sure it'd be an option to have it adjustable. But that nice, it's got a lovely rumble to it. And this is going to be painful because we're behind a Toyota Yaris, and I can see that it's an elderly lady driving. Not that there's anything wrong with elderly ladies. But obviously the Hornet is handling the speed bumps absolutely no trouble at all. Not so much with the dropped drains though. Oh, she's stopping, even though the other car's stopped. So in the back there we've got some sort of bag, a red blanket, probably a shawl, and a checked picnic blanket. That's marvellous, isn't it? I wonder if they're going for a picnic. It's a bit late in the day for that. I quite like, on going back to the dash, I quite like this this dash. I like the way it's set up. It reminds me of testing the broadband. You know, have you ever tested your own broadband speed? Yeah, that's what that reminds me of. We're going to be, I don't know, she's stopping there. I think she just wants me to go away, which is good. No, she's stopped. People in the road. Oh, and I can smell wood fires. That's marvellous, isn't it? Looks quite busy down here, but we'll see. We'll see what we're up against. Yeah, it's better at a bit of speed over the speed bumps, but there you go. So here we go, Waldron Field. Yeah, let's have a look. The May bush, if you're interested. Yeah, where's the side stand? I can't get the side stand down. There we go. Now let's have a look, because it's not a bad looking beast. But yeah, you can see, I presume this comes off, but this was vibrating against me. Yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks the business, doesn't it? So here we are at last. Honda CB750 Hornet in white. Oh, same as my mates. That's just marvellous, isn't it? It's not a bad looking bike. It's got that same dropped nose front headlamp. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't mind. Twin discs at the front, Nissan. That red frame, what a lovely colour frame. Fox sort of match it, slightly different colour. And that 2-into-1 pipe. Disc on the back, not a massive disc, but the brakes seem fine. Mono shock. This one's got this on it. I presume that comes off for a seat because it's got back foot pegs. This baby's brand new. Yeah. And there you go. I thought it had a quick shifter, it doesn't. Just a lot of linkage by the looks. But what a marvellous little bike, and it goes so well. And I tell you what, I can smell it. It smells lovely. Brand new engine, there's nothing like it, is there? Anvil mirrors, and that big tank, look at it from there. It's marvellous, isn't it? And very comfy to sit on like that. Yeah, excellent. So let's get round here, have one last look at it. There you go, Honda CB750 Hornet. Yeah, marvellous. Right, here we are, get my glove back on. Oh, look at that. Ignition on. Brrr, ding, marvellous. Say ta-ta to the May bush and the river. And we'll get off and do the senses test. It's marvellous, isn't it, that noise? So, taste. This would taste. Ooh, what would it taste of? I guess it'd be strawberries and meringue, I reckon. Maybe an Eton mess. Yeah, it'd be quite sweet. It feels like it's got the potential to be naughty. This is a naughty boy bike in a suit, I think. Yeah, it's got the potential. And so taste, Eton mess. Yeah, I mean, it is a Honda after all. It would wear a suit. Smell, it smells divine, absolutely divine. But my experience is that most of them do. Some are more special than others, but they all smell pretty damn good. Yeah. As you can see, it's dealing with these speed bumps now really well. That's marvellous. So then, to touch and feel, well, it's Honda. It's not top of the range Honda, but it's all really decent stuff. This is stuff that's going to last. I like the indicators. I like the fact that the indicators come on. Yeah, have like little lights around them. For some reason they remind me of trafficators. I don't know. The clock, I sort of like. It just looks a little bit, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. At least it's round, which is good on the rev counter, and the fuel gauge above the numbers to make you think it's round. Yeah. Sort of touch and feel, very good. Yeah, very nice. I like it. To look at, well, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I mean, if you buy a bike called the Hornet, what do you expect? Handling is pretty good. Yeah, it goes where you want it, and it feels pretty sturdy. It's keen on the throttle, it goes when you want it to go, and the brakes are pretty decent. Yeah. And that sort of matches the looks, really. I think it does exactly what it is. So yeah, marvellous. And the sound, well, for me, the sound is the highlight of it. I don't know how they've managed to make it sound like this and meet all the requirements. It's just amazing. Very good. But we know manufacturers can do it on some bikes, can't they? So I guess we shouldn't be surprised. And then what have we got? Oh, we're on to the Sixth Sense already. And we've got traffic, which is always the problem, isn't it? I don't have quite the confidence in it for the corners and handling bumps that I did on the Triumph 765, or in fact the Trident for that matter. But it's decent enough. You know, it's a bike, it's a top-notch bike built down to a price, and that's why they're flying out of the showrooms. Yeah. How does it make me feel? Safe and secure. This is a good all-round bike, I reckon. and it when you've got a good all-round bike, you're sort of proud to own it. You don't feel embarrassed by owning it. You know it goes on a bit. It's quite a handsome chap to look at, and it does everything, and it goes a bit. And we've just got a bit of drizzle again. It's been one of those days, and of course the brake horsepower and the speed and all that lot, well, this is the problem, isn't it? Traffic, yeah, can't do a lot about it, and the rain is coming now, and I'm going to make their bike all wet and dirty, so I apologise for that, Jake. But a marvellous bike, and at £7,000 it's a no-brainer. If you've got £7,000 and you're looking around at what bike you could buy and you can't go a penny more, you know, what else is there? Yes, you've got a BSA and Interceptor and all that, but if you're going for this, you're probably not interested in the others. So it goes lovely. It goes lovely in real world situations, which, let's be honest, we live in the real world. Well, most of us do. Yeah. Sorry, I'll give you a wipe because the rain is coming down now, isn't it? So the brakes again, absolutely fine. It feels very planted when you wind it on. Yeah, nothing's going to happen. It's not going to spin out from underneath you. Mirrors, because the bars are a little bit narrow, if you're a wide chap like me, you're going to have to play about with them, I think, to get a good view, but they're pretty decent. The dash I've already spoken about. It's okay, it's got all the information you want, and it's got sufficient electrics to help you without you needing to take some kind of exam in it to understand how to set it up. Yeah, and we're in the wet now, and it don't make no, never mind. So yeah, and that miles per gallon's gone up. We're up to 36 already just on the little run that we've been doing. 36 miles to the gallon. That's marvellous, isn't it? I think that's what that's saying. So, got to give it back. Would I like one? Yeah, I think it'd be nice. It'd be ideal winter bike, and in fact an all-round bike. But there you go. I shall have to go down here because Lings Honda is down this side, just there. So we'll pop that there and we'll just have a look. We've got one final test. Yeah, there we go, off we go. Side stand is there. Let's turn it over. There we go, and let's have a little look. There we are. Yeah, marvellous, isn't it? Honda CB750 Hornet era PFK Ling Honda. Marvellous.